Hello, there's me, right there. You can see me. I am going to test today a USB 4 or Thunderbolt 4 enclosure. What am I talking about here? Well, enclosures are things that hold NVMEs and they expand your storage. So this is a fanless, silent USB 5 type speed. So Thunderbolt 5 is 80 gigabit, I'm just going to call it USB 5. They call it USB 4 80 gigabit. I'm just going to call it USB 5 or Thunderbolt 5. That's a Thunderbolt 5 enclosure, Thunderbolt 5 capable device. So what does this offer that Thunderbolt 4 doesn't? Well, twice the speeds. So I pronounce this Qwiizlab, but it's like two eyes, so it's like Qwiizlab, but I'm going to call it Qwiizlab, like doing a quiz. Okay, so that's a Thunderbolt 5 thing. I like that box, by the way. I'm going to put that there. It looks cute. Very good. And now this is going to be heavier than a fanned design, but it also means that you have to listen to a fan. I don't necessarily always want to call out brands. Maybe I won't show the brand, but here's one that I use all the time. It's a Thunderbolt 4. It's not Thunderbolt 5. And oh my God, is the fan annoying. It's constantly going like, ring. So I actually had to open this up and put like a piece of like a little protector over top of the like the little 2 diode type things, because it drove me ballistic because it was so annoying. This is actually like a real problem. This thing drives me nuts when I'm using it. I have a radiator style, so these are going to increase surface area. So this thing's going to suck up heat from your NVMe, the whole thing, and then it's going to come into these radiators and radiate heat. That's how it works. Increasing surface area means more area for the heat to come off. Something like this is way slower. Like this is just, you see these all the time, these little Qwiizlab things. They're good for like convenience or whatever. They're not nearly as fast. This only runs at, 1,000 megabytes a second. This thing should theoretically be 6, 7, or even 8 times faster than this. Probably in real life, it'll be about 6.5 times faster than this here. The other thing is this one gets crazy hot. Despite the fact that it's not super fast, it gets crazy hot. It's a fine product for basic use, but you're not going to want to video edit or something on here. It gets actually very hot, and it will actually disconnect the drive. You'll get issues with it. It's just not good. You'll get crazy throttling. We should not have that problem here with this guy here. So, yep, to just pull it open. It's such a whole... That's got copper in there too, yeah. So this is like actually an expensive product. It might be a copper. I think it's probably not a pure copper. It might be a copper blend, copper aluminum blend or something. But Qwiizlab is like spending money to make this product. It's very obvious that this is not a cheap product. It feels premium. It's heavy because it's got a lot of metal in it. And it should work well. Honestly, it should work well. So, okay. Okay, so we're good. In theory, we're good here. We'll test it on the Mac first. I'm actually going to turn that off for a sec because it's annoying. So we'll come in here. There it is. Storage, 4 terabyte. Magic disk mark. Okay. Black Magic disk mark. I'm just using both because they're not necessarily always the same. Sometimes one's faster than the other, and we'll just look at them. So there's that there. So on a Thunderbolt 4, USB 4, we were getting 3,000 here, and this would be about 3,000. We're getting 6,000, over 6,000. So it's doubling it. This drive, I think this drive can technically do 6,500 inside of a PC, so it's pretty close to maxing that out. So it's fast, real fast. You're going to be able to basically more or less double the speed of your like a previous generation NVMe enclosure, like a Thunderbolt 4 USB 4. This is a basic external thing, so you can see how much slower that is, or on this one too. It's giving you 10 gigabit. It's fast enough, I guess, for like basic use, that kind of stuff. Not that. Here's the internal Mac one. Let's see how fast this goes. Yeah, so this is faster than the internal Mac storage. It's pretty good. Now, this is also a Mac Pro, by the way. See how fast that is? A base Mac is actually slower than that. So it's basically slightly faster than the internal Mac storage, which is kind of crazy to think about that. So it's doing a very good job, obviously. Let's run this over here. Okay, going nice and quick. Fast. So between the two of them, you're just looking at USB 4 Thunderbolt, USB 5 and Thunderbolt 5 speeds. So I'm bringing up hardware info so that we can check the temperatures of this here, make sure that it's proper, essentially. Check if there's any throttling or anything like that. So obviously it's the same drive. Where are you here? 990 Pro. So this is my internal. Just close that down so it's not confusing. Go like that. These are internals. Okay, and here's the external there, 990 Pro. And that was obviously drive E, right? Drive E, very good. So we'll run U, and we'll see what we get. I'm interested, in theory, this should just run at USB 4 speeds, which will be like 3,200, 3,500 megabytes a second, whatever. But I'm concerned about the temperatures here. It's obviously extremely fast because it's going to max out what my my USB port is capable of doing. Like on a USB 4 type enclosure, it won't go that fast. It'll go like 3,000, 3,200. But this has like a faster cable and a faster interface, so it's actually able to even more max that out. Temperature's looking good, to be honest. Eventually, if you did this for like hours, I guess theoretically this thing would light up slightly. Also, it has the same color as the crystal discmark thing because it's dope. I mean, it is just a giant piece of like aluminum and copper. So, I mean, how hot is an NVMe going to be that this giant piece of metal isn't going to be able to work as a giant heat sink and then also, you know, offshoot that temperature out of here, right? Like I'm used to tiny little things like, where did it go? Like this little thing here, right? Like this is a fraction of the mass. And so after like a pretty short period of time, this thing will heat up and you'll start to get like a hot drive. We're not having any issues here with temperature. So Qwiizlab, or Qwiizlab, has a great product here. Honestly, it works very well. So you're going to get, it's going to be fast, obviously, very, very fast. Thunderbolt 5 type speeds, or USB-C 80 gigabit, whichever, but it is compatible. Thunderbolt 5 works just fine, and it's back compatible with USB 4, like my laptop here. There's no temperature, like no hot to the touch. This is basically the same temperature as my skin. It's actually technically cooler than my skin. And yeah, you're not going to hear any noise. So if you are annoyed by sound like me, this might be the perfect solution for you. You know, you tuck this behind your Mac or your mini PC, and it just runs. I mean, it looks cool for one thing, kind of like a little. That might freak out the. Yeah, I like that. You see that? That looks cool. It might. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Anyways, it'll run quiet, but it will run super fast and it'll run cool. What more do you want from me? It's very good. Buy it and then